This is gonna get remanded or mana leaked. He's running a million counter spells too. Show me the counter spell. Yep. Guess we could have waited till next turn. Say yes. I mean, Lingering Souls is really one of my better tools for the matchup if we can find one. Don't have any black sources yet though. If we believe we can win, we can win. Probably not, Ike. Did you see his list? Watch. This was the one match that I thought we just couldn't win. Elspeth. I can Cryptic Bouncer, but the damage is already done. There's spirits on the table. We were also running Elspeth, but he's running 2 Elspeths. He'll more consistently get his Elspeth. Making Cryptic her and try to counter her on the way back down. Nah, we just don't have any game against something like this. I'm sorry, friend. But we're gonna play it out. I'm just letting you know. We just don't. There's very little chance. These soldiers will likely beat us down as he follows up with a bunch of remands and cryptics. Holy mother of control! Why? Did you look at his list? Yeah. Oh, hey, Elspeth. Even if I can counter the Elspeth here, he doesn't have any days, or a Dispel, excuse me, main deck Dispels. So you knew that Mana Leak was going off without a hitch. A Path, that's not gonna cut it. Go. I'm just making you aware, Ike. This matchup may not be... I would say it's not that it's not winnable, it's just we're not favored. I feel like we've had a lot of favored matches, or a lot of 50-50s. This one's got to be 75-25, his favor. Here's another Planeswalker. Second Elspeth, yeah, that's fine. Alright, scoop him up. This matchup seems atrocious, this we will. I know. Let's try, though. Let's think of something clever out of the board. Maybe. Negate, obviously. Ring, light. No timelies. Timely out. Porphyry nodes out. Path seem bad. Oh wait, and then he's bringing in the uncountable threats that we just lose to, like Pearl Lake Ancient and Sphinx to the final word. Yep. We're totally bound. We're toast! There's just no chance. I mean, I want to try. There's just... I guess sweepers? That's the only thing that removes those. Well, that doesn't even remove the Pearl Lake. If he hits the Pearl Lake Ancient, we're just done. Paths don't work on those. They're all basically hexproof. Paths work on Gideon, though. But they're not great. The other things I'm running aren't much better. Blood Baron's okay, I suppose. It's resilient to the paths if he wants to leave those in. That might be fine. Jake! Science rules. Jake Beardsley, thanks for the follow, Reno. Early Iona could do it. Probably not free will. We'll try though. Cut another path. You could run the first rule of law. The first rule of law actually is pretty awkward for my opponent since he has just straight up way more counter magic than us. This lets our few counter spells actually stick against his many. The first rule of law actually has potential. The second one seems irrelevant. We can run a 1-1 split of both path and rule. And there you go. It also means it's harder for me to stick my spells though if I slam it. It has a dual benefit and detriment for us. On one hand, it's going to make it easier for us to counter his stuff. On the other hand, it'll make it harder for us to get there. So, keep it. Assuming it sticks. Yeah, right. It'll get cryptic. If you name white, it could get path. If you name, let's say you name, I actually should have led stream. Let's say you name, I should have led stream. The life points are pretty irrelevant. I'm still glad we get to play this match out, though, by the way, team. Like, Nathaniel was maybe... Or Ors and Nathaniel were maybe not going to let me play this match and just make it a bye. And for Ors, and, like, we weren't going to get to play, but I like that we're maybe, you know... Even though the odds are stacked against us, like, he's just running just more counter magic. That's really good when you're playing a control mirror. He's running more planeswalkers. Really good when you're playing a control mirror. That's fine. I know we're not favored. But... That being said, it's nice that despite what happened with round 1 today, being able to play some Magic. He might actually just quarter me because he has my list. This will cut us off black. You can go. I mean, this hand can do it. We have a cryptic. Yeah, I mean, we're kind of the, unfortunately, and this deck never wants to be the aggressor, like he's the better control deck here. Whereas every other match we played thus far, we've been the better control deck. This is the case where he's the better control deck, and we have to be more aggressive with some of our spells, which don't want to be. So you go. Please think twice or something, fudge. I'm never going to stick the gifts. No. I don't think I'll be able to. Could just jam it. You're gonna get a remand? He's considering it. Yep. Brutality. Go. We can't. If Eldrazi's can win turn 3, we can't beat him. What? Thirsty. Find us some action. Metalik, maybe? Metalik? He's thinking about it. He runs a playset. Yep. That was a Metalik that was going to hit my cryptic or my gifts, though. Which could have been brutal. Go. Oh, boy. He says, we got this. Don't know if the requirements for the card hoard team are still the same. Yeah, man. Let me put a good word for Nathaniel with you. Or, wait. Let me put a good word for you, with Nathaniel. This is the cryptic. Okay. Crime. This extra land drop doesn't really even matter that much. 1 to 3, 1 to 3. I mean, he still has more Metaliks, though, so I'm into it. I mean, I also just like holding that land for the Raven's Crime. Got path. Not very useful. No, we should have held this for the Raven's Crime retrace. We already had plenty of land drops. This cryptic still isn't immune to a Metalik. Elspeth. I mean, I'd like to Banishing like that. The problem is she produces dudes, whereas the Gideon is more... We can deal with the Gideon a little more easily. That's not the case with Elspeth. Short path, not very useful. Yeah, I don't know why I played at the plains there. It doesn't really do much for us. You know what's nice though is I have some outs to his uncounterable nonsense. The only one I don't, like the Sphinxes, I have some outs. The only one I don't have an out to is going to be the what was it called? The Pearl Lake Ancient he has in his sideboard. We have outs to the Sphinx in the form of the Sweepers, but I don't have outs to the Pearl Lake in my hand. That'd be great, man. I'll wait to apply until I have more time on my hands. There you go. Yeah, I think that's a good idea too, Free Will. He asks for about 100, actually. He's brought on people that don't, though, which is great. He's just trying to grow the Magic community, which I think is a good thing. Magic Online community. Yeah, we're pretty boned. We're pretty boned. I mean, Free Will, I think some of your commentary has been great so far. You're very active with the chat. That's great. That's very key if you're going to stream something like Magic, my friend, because if you're not, Magic's just not an exciting enough game. There's just not enough going on the screen. I hate to say it. I mean, like, unfortunately, other trading card games out there are just prettier. They just have, the client is just prettier. So if you're not trying to be entertaining yourself, and explain what's going on in detail, there's really nothing to hook your viewers. There's really nothing to watch. You know, I've gone to plenty of... another Elspeth? Are you kidding me? Oh, there's the Sphinx. Okay. Sure. Judgment. I'm glad we left these in. That's dead. The architecture wasn't designed 2 decades ago. A negate, go. Why did he main phase that? Doesn't this have flash? Oh, it doesn't. Okay. These aren't that bad for us. I was just like, that's a Sphinx. Meet Day of Judgment. If he's just trying to stick Sphinxes, we'll be fine. We actually might have a game on our hands, gentlemen. I really shouldn't have pitched that land. Any land that I draw should just be using the Raven's Crime, try to deplete his resources. Also, he should have ghost courted this black source miles ago. I hope he doesn't realize that. Another one? Don't be the other creature, just be another Sphinx. Pearl Lake, and we're screwed. Yep. I can set him back on a lot of lands, though, between Path and Burial. Like, I can Burial, then he goes to return, and then we Path in response. And he'd have to, like, annihilate his lands. That would mean he puts himself back to the beginning of time. Next turn, though, not this turn. Yeah, he had to... Oh, well, he's played out a lot of lands, though, so it's not even that bad. This is not even that bad. This is the threat that we were like, if he draws this, we just can't win, probably. It's just so hard to remove a Pearl Lake as a control, as a fellow control player. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think he got a shock because he has Mana Lakes. I mean, I'd love to use the Raven's Crime. I know I said any more lands I draw would be for crime, but it just won't work. So this at least plays around Leak. So let's Burial. You could also Banishing, but I'd rather save that for a Walker. We've got Burial plus Negate plus Path. This might be enough. Bill thinks we might be okay if we Path. We might be able to clear out the Pearl Lake. And then this is my only other answer to the other Sphinx. He just has so much counter magic, though. It's very easy to believe that he has another counter spell here. I mean, if we don't fight now, we're just gonna get beat down by the Pearl Lake. I'll probably just go to return it, returning the temples. That's actually neat synergy. He gets to reuse those temples. It's any 3 lands, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, so he gets to reuse these temples. So you go for the Path, try to set him back to the Stone Age, and then hope to draw some action. Or we get another counterspell out of this. Holy hell, he lets us take out the Pearl Lake. He lets us take out the Pearl Lake, and there's a chance. That was the one card we just couldn't handle. He lets us take the Pearl Lake Ancient. Granted, his hand is gassed now. Ojitai's command. We took out the Pearl Lake. What? Ridiculous. And now we lose to a Planeswalker. Oh, it's Gideon, though. We can Banishing Light. We can Banishing Light. We have a chance. We can do it. He's going to get so much value off those temples. Oh, my goodness. Crime. Would be a crime. Why is he not Ghost Quartered my black sources? I don't have any basic swamps. Yeah, we get a temple. I know. Still a form of value. I've never seen you this excited. Vanishing Light the Gideon. Get out of my house, Gideon. Oh, yeah. Brew hype! And the crowd goes wild. What's up, Blind Piper? We got this! We could win this! We're up on time, too. We could do this! We can... No, we can't. He has more stuff. No! D-Sphere! No! No! Why? Oh, no. Oh, no. Gideon, no. No. God, we fought through Elspeth, Sphinx of the Final Word, and Pearl Lake Ancient, but we're still going to lose to the Gideon. I'm telling you, this matchup's just... Look at his list. It's ridiculous. How are we supposed to win this? What are we supposed to do? Oh, sweet lord. So many counterspells. Dang it. Pearl Lake Ancient? Come on, man. This game is a roller coaster of emotion. There's the rules. I needed you earlier. Well, no, it wouldn't have worked. You wouldn't have been able to kill the Pearl Lake. Alright. Go. We died to the Gideon in 2 turns. I need a path to exile. We need a path to the exile.